Global warming. Sounds familiar, right? This is one major issue that for decades people haven't really cared to talk about, and we're all aware that it's been a huge problem to our planet. For me and most of you, it all began in the early 2000s when parts of South Africa and the other countries around the world started experiencing an unusual climate change. I grew up in a very therapeutic village, with clean rivers always flowing in full capacity, beautiful green belts, happy wildlife, and healthy livestock. Agriculture was first priority to everyone. People loved organic farming, and the rain was a good friend of us that kept on visiting regularly. But sadly, all of that is gone now. It's all history, something like a dream that never existed. How did we end up in this mess? Where did we all go wrong? Are we cursed? Well, I might not have all the answers for that now, but there's an interesting topic that we need to unleash. Maybe our questions will be answered. Sit back, get a cup of coffee, and pay attention. Global warming is the long-term warming of the planet's overall temperature. I believe that's self-explanatory. Though this warming trend has been going on for a long time, its pace has significantly increased in the last 100 years due to the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. As the human population has increased, so has the volume of fossil fuels burned. There are two main factors among many others that cause global warming. Number 1. Burning fossil fuels, as mentioned earlier. According to the report released by Client Earth Communications on the 18th of February 2022, the act of burning fossil fuels releases large amounts of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the air. Greenhouse gases trap heat in our atmosphere, causing global warming. Already the average global temperature has increased by 1 degree Celsius. Warming above 1.5 degrees Celsius risks further sea level rise, extreme weather, biodiversity loss, and species extinction, as well as food scarcity, worsening health, and poverty for millions of people worldwide. Number 2. Deforestation and tree clearing. Forests and trees store carbon. When they are degraded or completely cleared, example by fire, this stored carbon has the potential to be released back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide and contribute to climate change. In the last decade, the largest amounts of deforestation occurred across the humid tropics. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that around 129 million hectares of forest, almost equivalent to the area of South Africa, were lost between 1990 and 2015. Overall, the annual rate of net loss has slowed from 0.18% in the 1990s to 0.08%, 3.3 million hectares a year from 2010 to 2015. But the area lost in 2016 was 51% higher than in the previous year, primarily due to forest fires. Other significant causes of deforestation include the clearance by agribusinesses of huge tracts of forest to make way for monoculture farms producing high-value cash crops like palm oil and soya, and for cattle ranching. Deforestation contributes up to 10% of the carbon dioxide emissions caused by human activity, according to the 2013 figures from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This figure rises to 15% if forest degradation and tropical peatland emissions are included. Tropical forests now emit more carbon than they capture due to deforestation and degradation, so that they are no longer a carbon sink, according to a study published in 2017 using satellite data from 2003 to 2014. Now the question stands, how do we save the world from global warming? There are several ways to save the world from this misery, and I believe each of us cares enough to be able to participate or contribute in the following. Number 1. Reduce carbon emissions. The main cause of global warming is the release of greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. To reduce carbon emissions, we can switch to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Number 2. Plant more trees. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to reduce the greenhouse effect. Planting more trees can help offset the carbon emissions we produce. Reduce consumption. The more we consume, the more energy is required to produce and transport goods and services. Reducing consumption can help reduce carbon emissions. Number 3. Use energy-efficient appliances and vehicles. Energy-efficient appliances and vehicles use less energy and produce fewer emissions. By using them, we can reduce our carbon footprint. Number 4. Support policies that reduce carbon emissions. Governments around the world can implement policies such as carbon pricing which puts a price on carbon emissions to encourage businesses and individuals to reduce their emissions. We can support these policies by advocating for them and voting for politicians who support them. Number 5. Educate others about global warming. By educating others about the causes and consequences of global warming, we can raise awareness and encourage others to take action to reduce their carbon footprint. Thank you for watching our video. We hope to see you soon in the next one.